So if you're watching this, this is a little bit of a raw video, as probably as raw as you'll ever get. It's about 1:45 p.m. on Thursday, September, well, now the 18th, 2020. And I was working on my super new moon in Virgo ceremony, which I would turn the camera off so that you guys could see my little mantle. It's so cute. But it's just too much to move the stand. So, and like I said, as personal as you're gonna get is because you're in the room where I'm sleeping and I do my little magic. But so I wanted to share with you guys what happened to me. Again, it's something that is a part of my journey. It's a very intimate thing that I'm about to share, but I feel like I want to, and I want to put it out there. So I have no makeup, I look crazy, but you know what? I don't care. So I think this is just an amazing thing, and I want to share it with the world, and also just tell people that like we're real, you know, this is real life. You're seeing my ascension, my growth, and you're experiencing that with me. And that's what I want to bring to my page, is the realness, the rawness, the connection, and help those people. And this is why I want to do these videos, very raw and deep, intimate moments. And I want to share that with you guys. So like I was saying, it's 1:45 in the morning. I was working all day. I've been crazy busy. Just opportunities have been coming my way, and it's just been really busy with clients, you know, which I'm so grateful for. And I was just busy all day today, and I wanted to get my manifestations done and do some reading for some courses that I'm taking, you know, like we all do, are always busy, and got a reminder that slow down, to like stop working. It was 7 p.m. I was probably working for like 14 hours already, to just take some self-care time. So I meditated. I was like, okay, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna take care of myself. 11, 12 p.m. after that, of course, I am just that type of person that I need to get things done, and I won't stop until I do things. So I just started to do my full moon, new moon practice at that time. And I thought it was a perfect timing. It's the middle of the night. Like, it will manifest, the new moons manifest 3 times stronger than on the other phase, or new moon and full moon. So today, tomorrow, and the next day are really great times to do this type of work, because you will manifest 3 times stronger. And there's an equinox coming up, which I'll send a video of this on Tuesday. But needless to say, I was working on everything, and I got my mantle ready, turned on my light, did the things that I normally would do. And in the midst, as preparing that, I got a sense to move, to dance. So I'm in my bedroom, the TV's off, and I'm just moving to nothing, to my own beat, to my own sensations inside, to my own emotions and feelings. And it was just an amazing thing. I was just kind of following my intuition, following my higher self, and the guidance that I was just getting to do. And I figured it was a practice. You know, I'm being pushed or nudged to do this for my practice, so I was going for it. So I just went with the movement, and it felt amazing. It was like a natural high, a natural ecstasy when you get into that zone, where you are one with all. And, you know, those that could resonate know how this feels, and those that can't, this is what I try to help people when I coach people, is to get to a place where life is flowing for you, in ease and flow. And as I'm moving and feeling that flow, I was in the mood to hear some tribal music, so that's what you hear in the background. So like so as I'm turning that on, I get distracted because I'm very like ADD sometimes, so I was getting a little distracted. I centered myself again, grounded myself, put on the music, and I was just leaning against the bed, just my thighs just leaning against the bed, and I just to look a little forward, not much, just probably about this much, and I got a very sense of tingling all over my body, vibrations almost. And of course, I'm like, well, maybe I'm gonna pass out, maybe I'm lightheaded. But sometimes lightheaded is just really just up here, and maybe your upper extremities, but I've never felt it. Maybe it's just me, but I've never felt it in my whole body. So this has happened to me in the past, and I've journaled about it. I think it happened once or twice in the last 3 months. And I journaled about it, and I felt like I was downloading or going through some type of ascension, but I did resist when it was coming because I got scared and I thought I was just gonna pass out. But today, when that happened, again, I sat in allowance. So that's what I wanted. That was my intention of all this, is just to follow my intuition and allow what comes to my mind, and just flow with it on paper to manifest, and in my visualization and everything. So when that happened, I was like, my stubborn self wants to know if I'm going to pass out or if this just is something that I'm just experiencing, like spiritually or whatever it is. So I just put one hand forward, and just sat in allowance, and it was the most uncomfortable feeling I've ever felt in my life. I closed my eyes and I'm standing still, just a little hovered over the bed. And for a few seconds or minutes, I just kept telling myself, geez, I almost forgot what I was saying. So it was almost like reassurance, and I'm hoping it comes to my mind. I almost want to say it was happening for me, not to me. But it was somewhere along those lines, as in I was just in an allowing state at the moment to allow whatever is going to happen. So a few minutes later, I passed out, like face first. But the odd part was, and I never have passed out, so maybe you're conscious all the time when you pass out. I highly doubt it. I mean, me being in the medical field, I know that that's impossible. So I don't know why I just said that. Anyhow, so I passed out, but my body was just passed out. I couldn't get up or anything, but my conscious mind was behind my eyes the whole time. I was still within myself, which was amazing to experience. And my spirit guides are just telling me like what I was trying to share with you guys, what I was telling myself, which I call mantras. And I tell my clients that, we make mantras for you, for certain situations or emotions or things you want to get past. And there's a certain mantra that I tell myself when I have those moments of doubt and fear. I say that to myself. So I was saying one of those, I have many, but one of those, I feel like they're here talking to me. I mean, they're just being louder. So sorry if I'm being distracted, but the mantra is what I wanted to explain to you guys on what I was saying in my head, as I am just trying to figure out what was happening to me before I passed out and while I was passed out. But they told me it's not for me to share. So, I'm going to sit in gratitude real quick and accept that, because that's for my personal space. So going back to, you know, I was passed out. My conscious was, my body was unconscious, but my mind was conscious. And I was behind my eyes and I was thinking, like, is this real? Like, what is going on? Am I dreaming? Like, I hear the music, but my ears just, the noise just went out completely, and I could hear it very far. And I could hear different, like, I want to say, I'm trying to explain this to you guys because it was just so surreal and awesome, and you're experiencing it right after it happened, or you're hearing about it right after. So this is just live and raw. So excuse if I'm all over the place, but it was muffled in a sense, but I also felt very expanded at the same time. So I almost felt like I was in the universe, like I had just connected to one, right? Connected to what we always want to connect to the feeling of self and connection to all that is, because we're all energetic beings and we are all connected. So I was there, and I was still in this mind. So I was just thinking while I was in there, like, wow, this is amazing. Like, what is this? What I think it is? Like, what is going on? You know, and as I just sat there, I was just very grateful. I was just grateful for that moment, grateful for being there. And I knew it was just for my highest and greatest good for whatever reason. And I stopped trying to think of what's gonna happen, and I was again just sitting in the allowing state. And a few minutes, I'm not sure how much time passed, I was able to start moving my body, because the whole time I was trying to check and nothing was still moving. But finally, after a few minutes, I got all the feeling back and I was able to sit up. I was still lightheaded. I had to give myself a few minutes. I didn't have any hearing still. I heard very far. Again, I was trying to understand if there was, you know, because as we ascend and learn what we are and learn how to communicate and work with energy, you start to notice that everything is frequency. Energy is frequency. My voice, the video, Wi-Fi, like everything. Obviously, it's measured in EKGs and cardiac tests and all that. So, you know, it's tested that we have energy throughout us. So I almost felt like I was hearing just energy. So I was asking my guides, like, if there was something that I was intended to hear, to have it be delivered in a way that I could understand. And just gratitude was all I was getting, is gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So as I was clearing my head and my ears sitting up, I immediately sat up as soon as I could, where I'm at right now, and I grounded myself and just sat in the gratitude and thanked my divine team, my spirit guides, my archangels, my animal guides, my ascended masters. I mean, you name it. I was just being grateful for, and grateful for myself for just sitting in that allowance without fear and just allowing it to happen, and just knowing that something good would come of it, even though I didn't know what it was. It felt amazing. I mean, I am so full of love that you can't get out in the external world, love that you could only give yourself. And I can't even say, like, I could just get teary-eyed right now, and this is why I'm sharing this, because this is true. Like, I want to say this shit, because this is how I talk. This shit is possible. It's hard work. You do need mentors, you need coaches, you need a team. But once you get into yourself, finding yourself, that journey and that healing journey, you'll see that doors open up, and doors have opened up immensely for me in this year. Has been a tough year, yes, physically, you know, it has, but the things that have happened have brought me to here. Like, I could just visualize it back and put myself there and see it all just happening for myself and trusting in the process. And as I'm doing that, things are just evolving, you know, and that's what I bring to you guys with Mindful Serenity Healing. Everything that I learn, I want to share. And so, you know, with this going on at this moment, I grounded myself. I gave gratitude for a few minutes and really felt it in my heart space. And as I did that, I also connected to the universal life energy, to the cosmos above, and really just felt that beam of energy. And I felt so connected. Like, my body was just twitching of the energy just moving up from my head to my toes. In a sense, I felt like my chakras were pulsating. And it was sporadic. It was, you know, jumping from one spot to another, but also to my limbs. So I wouldn't say it was a Kundalini experience, because I've heard, which I obviously would want to experience, is a type of yoga that you could center yourself and connect to all that is and feel like one, which is what I'm explaining, right? In my own sense, I guess. But again, I'm not downplaying what I felt. It was amazing. So who knows, you know, but, you know, as I'm feeling connected and centered, I just felt reminded and motivated and inspired. And I felt like as those pulses through my body were just pulsating, right? Moving, I felt like the energy moving through my body so strongly that I knew that I was getting downloads of information, or I was aligning with my path. Like, I came out of that meditation that I was doing to just, again, clear myself and move that energy that I felt that I received. It really felt like I opened up to a lot of stuff. And that's how things work when you get new ideas, as you start clearing and manifesting. The way life and universe comes to you is by your own thoughts. Oh, all of a sudden that will come up in your head. And just like I tell my clients, like, sometimes I'll get information in my head in a session that I didn't even know I knew. And it's just, again, spirit working through you and giving you that information and the tools you need to help others or help yourself. And that's what you could do for yourself. And I felt like I got a lot of that today, which I can't wait to see what comes in the next coming weeks and months and share that with you guys. But again, it was such just a surreal experience and an amazing experience. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of you guys watching now and sharing this special sacred moment with me. And for those of you guys watching it in the future, I'm sending you guys lots of love, healing, and empowerment, because you are awesome and you can also really build and create the life that you want for yourself. So again, thank you guys so much. Extremely grateful for your time. Love and light. And again, find me at mindfulserenityhealing.com in case you guys are watching this on YouTube or on my social media platforms. And I love to chat with you guys. If you have any questions, my information is there. Consults are free. And thank you again. Good night. Happy manifestations.